So it looked like the game is over. USA will be walking away with another dub, but what is being talked about is Caitlin Clark defense. A clear defensive shift from CC. This is the type of defense that we want to see. Caitlin Clark performed at a high level with the defensive side of the ball.
Caitlin Clark was once again benched in the game against Spain, one of the toughest opponents Team USA has faced in this tournament. The decision felt especially significant because, although the United States still won the match 84-70, it was the first time during this run that Team USA seemed to genuinely need a boost. Yet again, Caitlin Clark did not start on the court. Before we continue, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments.
It took 4 games to start her, and the only 2 players who hadn't started up until then was Caitlin Clark and Ray Burrell, and Ray Burrell was a last-minute addition to this team. But anyway, now it's so interesting if you look at the lineup here, because so many people on social media were joking like, why are you starting Caitlin Clark at power forward? Like, when will this experiment end? And in this lineup, she wasn't playing point guard, which I, again, would love the experiment to end, where they play Caitlin Clark in a position that she's not meant to play, but whatever. They beat this team by nearly 60 points. I will note that Chelsea Gray continues to start for Team USA. She has started in every single game.
Should Caitlin Clark be starting for Team USA? Yes or no? After what we saw against Spain, this debate is growing louder than ever. That is the real story here. Not just that Team USA finished the qualifying tournament undefeated, went 5-0, or beat another top-ranked team on paper. The true headline is that when the competition became tougher, the question of Caitlin Clark's place in the starting lineup didn't disappear. It became even more significant.
And I feel like that's probably just a seniority thing. It's just like a veteran thing, a political thing for Team USA. And I even hate bringing it up because I actually really like Chelsea Gray. I think her game is pretty entertaining. Chelsea Gray is not at the peak of her career.
Spain was a different challenge. This wasn't the kind of game where Team USA could coast through the first quarter and still win by a large margin. Spain came prepared, organized, and physical, determined to make things difficult. They defended aggressively, played with intention, and forced Team USA to earn every point. For the first few minutes, that strategy worked, as the United States led by only 5 points after the opening quarter. This was significant because, in the earlier games, such pressure hadn't been an issue.
We have obviously seen so many different lineups from Team USA. Some of them work, some of them don't. And just yesterday was the first time that Caitlin Clark ever started for Team USA, which if you watch my last episode, you know how I feel about that. I do think it's kind of crazy that it took 4 games to start her. And the only 2 players who hadn't started up until then was Caitlin Clark and Ray Burrell. And Ray Burrell was a last-minute addition to this team. But anyway, Caitlin Clark made her first start for Team USA against New Zealand. And the starting lineup was Kelsey Plum, Dearica Hamby, Chelsea Gray, Caitlin Clark, and Monique Bill.
Team USA often appeared overwhelmed in previous games, dominating from the outset. Against Spain, they performed well, but they weren't untouchable. They showed talent, yet didn't seem completely in sync. The game felt more like a serious international matchup than a highlight reel. That's exactly why the decision about Caitlin Clark is so notable. Before this game, she had already been one of Team USA's most productive players throughout the tournament, entering the Spain matchup as the team's leading scorer.
To be here with you guys today, finally, we got what we asked for. It's about damn time. After demanding it, clamoring for it, Team USA finally puts Caitlin Clark into the starting lineup. However, everything that glitters ain't gold.
She was leading the team not only in points per game, but also in assists per game. Caitlin Clark had already demonstrated her ability to accelerate the pace, manipulate the defense, and set up scoring opportunities for her teammates. She delivered the tournament's most impressive passing performance in her debut. Just 1 game earlier against New Zealand, she had finally been placed in the starting lineup, which many saw as a turning point.
Looking for Clark.
Angel Reese has been so good cleaning the glass that I'm guessing that she does not
1.5 minute mark of the first half. USA up big, 49-18. Caitlin Clark, no one steps up, drives, kicks it to Becker.
Many believe Team USA had made their decision and that Caitlin Clark had earned the starting spot. Then came the game against Spain, and suddenly she was back on the bench. Fans noticed right away. The starting lineup featured Derica Hamby, Kalia Copper, Chelsea Gray, Ryan Howard, and Jackie Young, while Clark had to wait once again. She entered the game midway through the first quarter, and the crowd responded as if they had been waiting for the main attraction. Even in a chaotic game, she can set the pace, bring structure, and make the offense operate more smoothly. That's why this debate isn't just about a single box score. If you only focus on the final statistics, it might seem like Clark had a quiet night.
Even just holding the ball so they can see it. They steal it just like that. If they see the ball, they can get their hands on it.
She ended the game with 7 points on 2-4-7 shooting, including 1-4-3 from deep. That isn't an impressive scoring line, but it doesn't tell the full story. In just over 22 minutes, she recorded 7 assists. On a night when her shot wasn't falling, she still drove the offense, created opportunities, and influenced the game exactly where Team USA needed her most against tougher opponents. That's the key point. Clark doesn't need to score 20 points to impact a game. Her value begins before she even takes a shot, as her presence forces the defense to stretch and adjust. Defenders had to guard her earlier, forcing hesitation and opening passing lanes for her teammates, giving them clearer shots. The court felt bigger, and that pressure mattered even when she wasn't scoring. Against Spain, that impact was crucial because the opponent stayed competitive. Team USA led 44-32 at halftime, which seems comfortable, and by the end of the third quarter, the lead was 14. To be fair, this was never a collapse. Team USA never lost full control. They remained the stronger team, with more talent, and still deserved the win. Yet this game felt different. Caitlin Clark's benching sparked debate, but her impact is bigger than scoring. Even when her shot isn't falling, she sets the pace, opens passing lanes, and stretches defenses. Against Spain, she helped Team USA regain control and composure. Her presence changes the floor, forces defenders to adjust, and creates opportunities for teammates. In her first start against New Zealand, she showed calm efficiency, finishing with 14 points, 6 assists, 2 steals, and 0 turnovers. She ran the offense smoothly, proving she can handle a bigger role without forcing the game. Her performance highlighted that Team USA can trust her in high-pressure situations. The real story isn't the points, it's how she transforms the team's rhythm. With the start, Clark signaled she's ready for more responsibility. If you're still watching, comment yes if you think Team USA finally made the right call with Caitlin Clark.